Chinese smashed cucumbers. Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be taking these mini cucumbers and then turning it into a nice Chinese smashed cucumber salad. So it's flavored with a lot of like black vinegar, garlic, chili, and sesame oil, so it's really nice. And it's like a nice side dish that you get at a Chinese restaurant. My favorite way to eat it is over some rice with soft-boiled eggs for lunch. So I think it's really tasty. These ones are cocktail cucumbers. I got them at Costco. But you can also use Persian cucumbers and English cucumbers as well. You want the ones with like less seeds in them, just so there's not as much water like in the cucumber, and then it can absorb the liquid that we like surround it into. Before we get into the recipe, make sure to like the video down below and subscribe to my channel. And I've washed these already, so now we're just going to smash them and get started. So I'm just using this 1 quart jar, and I'm gonna put the smashed cucumbers in here. And to smash it, I have this like meat pounder thing. You can use anything that's like kind of heavy, I guess. Usually I chop off the tops and the bottoms first. This stuff is my favorite part because you get to get out some of your like frustration and stuff. So you just So now that they're broken up, you just slice them into small pieces, just straight in here. Then you want to do it with the rest of the cucumbers and fill your entire jar. So now we have our 2 jars of cucumbers. There were too many to fit it in this 1 jar, so I got another small one. And now we just have to add some salt in. So about a teaspoon of salt for the big one. And you're just going to put the lids on them and shake it around so the salt is dispersed evenly across all of the cucumbers. Okay, so just like this. And what the salt is going to do is to help draw out a lot of the liquid and the water from the cucumbers before we add all of the vinegar and sesame oil and stuff to flavor it. So then when we add the other seasonings, it'll absorb into the cucumber a lot more easily. We'll be back in like 10-15 minutes until some water has escaped from the cucumbers. So it's been around 15 to 20 minutes. There's a little bit of liquid at the bottom here, so we're just gonna pour that out. Now, there's no more liquid at the bottom, so we're just gonna put in some black vinegar. This is the one that I use. And I usually fill it about 2/3 of the way up the jar. So like this is where the cucumbers are, and then I fill it to here. Now we add some chili. So I have 1 Thai chili chopped up, and I think I'm adding like 2/3 of it. And then some garlic. I do about 2 spoons of chopped garlic. I like it very garlicky. And then 2 spoons of sesame oil. A spoon of soy sauce. And then I'll fill it up all the way with water, just to the line of the cucumbers, just like this. And then mix it around so everything's all nicely mixed. And then you want to give it a quick taste to make sure there's enough salt in there. And you can add more vinegar, more soy sauce, more sesame oil, depending on the way that you like it. So I'm gonna add more salt. And a little more vinegar. Okay, that tastes right. So now just cap it and leave it in the fridge. Usually it needs around like an hour to really get the flavor absorbed into the cucumbers. After an hour, I'll be able to eat it with rice and stuff, and then I'll just leave it in the fridge and let it sit for however long until I finish it. And then so the longer it sits, of course, the flavor is gonna absorb into it a lot more. Here we go. And I'll see you guys soon, and we will soft boil some eggs and eat it over rice. The cucumbers have been in the fridge for about an hour now. You want to make sure to give it a quick stir before tasting it. So they look like this. Lots of cucumbers. They've like absorbed that dark vinegar color. These are my favorite. So they're like garlicky, a little spicy. Just this tiny little pepper made this whole jar spicy. So don't use too much of these Thai chilies. And then of course vinegary. I really like vinegary tastes, so I put a lot of black vinegar in. If you don't like as much vinegar, I would say put less, but you know, give it a try. And then right now I'm soft boiling an egg, and I'll show you guys how I like to eat these vinegars, or these cucumbers. And I'm not so hungry, so I'm just going to do one egg, some cucumbers, and some rice. But for lunch, I would usually have like 2 or 3 eggs and then more cucumbers and rice. Let's soft boil an egg. You start with some warm water and you put your egg in. You turn it up to high and wait for it to boil. Now it's starting to simmer, so I'm gonna turn the heat down and then let it go for 5 to 6 minutes. So my egg has cracked a little bit, but I hope it'll still be okay. So we're gonna take it out and then put it into some cold water so it'll stop the cooking process. Okay, so I have my rice. This is the same one as in my kimchi jjigae video. And then my egg, which I'm going to peel, and the cucumbers. So first with the egg, there was a little crack in mine, but we'll see. So you just peel it really quickly. Mine might be a little overdone, so we'll see. And then you make like a little hole and then put your egg inside. And then you wanna pop it open to see how it's cooked. Okay, that's pretty good. It's more of a medium soft than a soft, but that's fine. And then your cucumbers. So you just put it around and then put some of this liquid on top. And here we have it. So we have our eggs and cucumbers. You can add some salt on it too if you like salt. I did. This is so good. Like, I like it when the egg is still a little bit warm and the cucumbers are really cold, and then the rice is warm, so it's like a contrast of temperatures and then a contrast of textures, because the egg is soft, cucumbers are crunchy, and then the rice is like soft with a bit of a bite too. So super good. And then there's also a contrast in like flavors, because there's salt and then there's like the acidity from the vinegar and the spiciness and the garlic. I don't know, it's super tasty. And then sometimes I put more of the vinegar on it just because why not. So I hope you guys like this video and you'll try this out. It's actually super easy. Takes like 5 minutes to put together, and then you can just leave it in the fridge for whenever you want to eat them. And you can also eat it as a side for noodles or just like rice dishes in general. Sometimes I'm lazy, so that's why I just soft boil an egg and put it over some rice. I hope you guys will like the video down below and then subscribe to my channel for more like quick and easy recipes. I'll see you guys in the next one.